In stark contrast to those moments of just relief that we have seen from the families reunited in yesterday's prisoner exchange with Russia, we are also seeing, of course, the heartbreak from those families of loved ones still in captivity. President Biden talked just hours ago about one of the Americans still detained in Russia, Marc Fogel, as we were speaking about there, a school teacher from Pennsylvania. And here's what the president said on the White House South Lawn.
Marc Fogel, the Pennsylvania teacher, still sitting in a Russian prison.
We're not giving up. We're not giving up on that.
The Philadelphia Inquirer reports that Fogel turned 63 in prison on Sunday, more than 1,000 days after he was arrested for entering Moscow with medical marijuana legally prescribed to him here in America. He is serving a 14-year sentence for drug charges, more time than some convicted murderers get in Russia. Yesterday, his family wrote, quote, "For the second time in 3 years, we are completely heartbroken and outraged that Marc has been left behind while the U.S. government brought other Americans home." And joining me now is Marc Fogel's sister, Anne. Anne, I very much appreciate your speaking to us and hope by talking to us we can help remind people about the urgency to bring your brother home here. Can you tell us more about how you and your family are doing in this very moment?
It's been a lot of conflicting emotions. Looking at Alsu hug her daughters was just wonderful, and it made me cry, frankly. And you know, I want that for my nephews, and I want that for my sister-in-law and my mother. So it's bittersweet. I mean, of course, we're delighted that Paul Whelan is home after all this time. It's incredible. Not any of them deserve to be there, but Marc didn't either. Marc does not deserve to be there and to have been left behind. It's been really, it's been a very, very painful 48 hours.
I'm sure. And if you can pull back the curtain a little bit for us, as I understand, you had spoken to your brother, I think, just yesterday. And that's in part how you learned that he was not a part of this swap. Can you tell me about that, what he said, and your reaction in that moment?
Well, on Tuesday morning, we woke up to the news that Paul Whelan wasn't in the penal colony any longer. So we all knew that there were things that were moving and shifting, and we started calling our congressmen and our senators and everyone that we knew that could help get Marc on the plane. We didn't realize that that decision had been made in, I guess, on the 21st of July. So that was, so we were scrambling, and it was like all day long, it was highs and lows of, could he be coming home? Could we see him? Could this be over? And then, of course, when I talked to Marc and he was still in Rybinsk, I realized that there was something really wrong. But I really couldn't give up hope at that point, because it was a 4.5-hour drive from Moscow. And I thought there would be some way that they would be able to get him on the plane as if it was that simple. But they were never negotiating for Marc. Well, so that's hard. It's really hard.
I'm certain that it is. The U.S., of course, as you know, has not designated your brother to be wrongfully detained. They are trying to secure his release on humanitarian grounds. Do you agree with the assessment, with that assessment, that he's not being wrongfully detained? And what reasons has the government given you for that?
Asking Russia for a humanitarian release, that's never happened in history that they've done that. There's no reason for it to happen now. It's almost laughable and insulting. Marc needs to be designated as wrongfully detained today. Jake Sullivan was on National Public Radio today, and he said that he was working for Marc. He told me that to my face 2.5 years ago in his office, but I heard it on the radio today. If he means what he says, he will be wrongfully detained today. and they need to put their money where their mouth is.
If I can ask you,
it's hard to have trust right now.
I'm sure. I can only imagine the emotions that you and your entire family is experiencing, to say nothing of your brother. In your statement, your family wrote that Mark does not have the resources that some of the other prisoners have had. He doesn't have a major newspaper or a sports team backing him like Evan Gershkovich or Brittany Griner. Are you hopeful, though, that this moment will at least bring more attention and perhaps more pressure on this administration to get him home?
Of course I am, and I have to remain hopeful. But I know that they have spent all their chips, and I don't know. I'm trying to have hope.
Ann Fogel, I so appreciate your being with us. As you heard the president say, and I was there when he answered that question, he said, not giving up when asked about your brother. We hope that you can enjoy that reunion at some point before too long. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you so much for having me and sharing Mark's story.
Thank you.